Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The studio lights had just dimmed, the cameras cooled, and the last echoes of laughter from the morning show faded into silence. Eamonn Holmes, the familiar face of British breakfast television, sat still in his chair, his hands clasped tightly in his lap. Behind his usual wit and warmth, a storm had been brewing. One he had kept carefully hidden from the world. It was a Thursday evening in early autumn, the kind where the golden sun kissed the edges of the skyline just before disappearing into night. Eamonn, always the professional, had just wrapped up a segment on This Morning, smiling through every frame, even as pain whispered relentlessly through his spine. As the crew packed away cameras and lighting gear, he lingered behind. He didn't want to go home, not just yet. That day, something inside him had cracked. Not physically, but emotionally. The pain which had started as a dull ache in his back a few years prior had grown into a constant torment, like a shadow stitched to his every move. Doctors had diagnosed him with chronic back issues and sciatica, but the labels meant little when every step felt like walking on broken glass. He'd undergone treatments, tried alternative therapies, and even underwent surgery. There were moments of hope, brief flickers of relief, but the pain always returned, like a cruel friend who refused to let go. And now it wasn't just about pain, it was the loss of control. The man who once effortlessly danced through live interviews and joked with guests now found himself struggling to get out of bed, leaning on a walking stick and often relying on others to do the things he once took for granted. On that Thursday evening, Eamonn Holmes finally decided to tell the truth, not to the camera, but to himself. He picked up his phone and recorded a voice note, raw and unfiltered. To anyone watching me on screen, I probably look fine. Maybe a little slower, a little stiffer, but they don't see the hours before the show, when I'm bent over in pain, or the tears I blink back just before the red light goes on. They don't know how humiliating it is to not trust your own legs, or how you can feel so powerless in your own body and still have to smile like everything is okay. He paused, voice trembling. I've always believed in keeping things light on air. Keep the mood up, keep the audience smiling. But this pain, it's not just physical anymore. It's creeping into my spirit. And today I just need to say it out loud. I'm not okay. And maybe that's okay to admit. He sat in silence for a long time, listening to the hum of the empty studio. Then he stood, slowly and carefully, gripping his cane like a lifeline. The next morning, Eamonn returned to the show. Same smile, same charm, but something had shifted. Later that week, in a candid interview, he spoke about his health for the first time with raw honesty. The public response was overwhelming. Messages of support poured in from people who also suffered silently, thanking him for breaking the silence. What began as a personal confession became a movement, a reminder that even our most beloved public figures, those who seem invincible on screen, are fighting battles we can't see. Eamonn Holmes didn't just give viewers news and entertainment. In his moment of vulnerability, he gave them something far more valuable, the courage to speak their own truths, and in doing so, he found something even pain couldn't take away: hope.